Hey, what's up everyone? This is just a quick video to let you know that I've got some laser kits that are going to be available pretty soon, which I think is pretty exciting. So let's check them out. Okay, so let's talk about these kits. So I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions on, all the details of these things, so I'm just going to go through a bunch of those. So what are they? Well, they're laser cut kits. If you saw my previous video, then you'd know that I purchased a laser cutter last year, and I've been working on creating these things based on real-world buildings that I find in my town. And so all the buildings I'm creating going forward are going to be based in reality. They may not be exact replicas all the time, but the basis is actually in reality. So what scale? They're going to be HO scale primarily at first. We'll see about branching off to other scales. I model primarily in HO, and so that was the impetus for that. The era that they'd be relevant for would be any time between the 1970s up until today, so pretty modern stuff. I haven't seen a lot of modern kits out there that suited me, so that's why, of course, I started making my own. And let's see, so to start, there's going to be 3 kits. These are all basically the same building, they're just different footprints. So this one's a near scale replica of the actual building. In real life, it's a little bit longer and a little bit wider, but selective compression and the amount of space we have available on our layouts kind of dictates that sort of compression. And of course, if you have tighter space requirements, there's also a half-size style, and of course a background one here as well. And just to kind of give you a sense of the scale, it's just an HO scale vehicle, so you can kind of see basically how large that structure would be, and kind of make a determination from there. So the first one here is what is typically referred to as a flex structure or a flex property. Basically a building that has like dual purpose. You've got office space in the front, maybe some warehouse or a shop in the back. And so the actual building actually has 2 tenants in it. There's a utility company in the front and an auto shop in the back. And I thought it'd make a great first kit to start with. Throughout the year, depending on how busy I get, this is all done in my free time. I don't have the ability to kind of cut on demand, and so there's going to be kind of like stock limits. As soon as I make a whole bunch, I'll add to the stock on the website. The website will be in the description below as well, in case you want to check that out. And yeah, so this is all based on how much free time I have throughout the year. So my plan is for a month or so, I'll be researching a kit, and then for the next month, I'll be producing it. And then the following month, researching another one, following month, producing it, etc. So maybe 5 to 6 kits per year, depending on how much free time I have. Alright, so just want to quick point out kind of like my philosophy on these particular kits I'm going to be starting with. They're basically like starting points. So they have just enough detail to be able to stand on their own, but they have a lot of potential for you, the modeler, to make them unique to your vision. So the way I'm going to be going forward with my layouts is I have ideas that require quite a bit of structures, and I don't have a lot of time in the world to be able to finally detail all these different things. So as long as they're detailed enough to make the scene believable to me, that's basically my, my rationale behind these particular kits. So eventually I'll probably include some 3D printed parts, depending on whenever I get into that, or if I find someone to work with, etc. But yeah, there's just enough detail to be able to kind of stand on its own and look good in a scene. But there's still a lot of potential to make them, even more detailed, depending on what you want to do with them. So again, I want to kind of reiterate, they'd be kind of limited as far as quantity goes. It all depends on how much free time I have. Like I said, I work a full-time job, I have a family with a lot of responsibilities, and so all this happens in my free time. I also, at this point in time, cannot do on-demand cutting of kits, so I just don't have the production space and time and machinery to be able to do that. Eventually, probably get there, depending on the success of these. So in the meantime, I'm just going to be kind of researching and then producing a bunch of kits, cutting a bunch out, packaging them up, and then adding stock to the website, which you can find in the description below if you want to check those out. Yeah, so when will these be available? Sometime near the end of February. I still have a bunch of stuff to do with the site. Got to run some test transactions, make sure everything's working. things like that. Make sure all the tax settings are correct, all that sort of stuff. So sometime near the end of February, this should be available for purchase. Depending on when you see this video, that may have already happened, or it may be a little bit in front of us. So with that, I hope you're as excited as I am to finally see stuff like this come to market. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you next time. Oh, hey, you're still here. Well, since you stuck around, if you want, I can show you a preview of what the next kit's going to look like. Yeah? Alright, cool. 1 second. Alright, so this is going to be the next building in the lineup. Similar type of thing where you've got 3 different footprints. This is based on, again, a real building in my town. However, this one, I kind of like edited out what I wanted from that building and left the rest off. So this is about a third of the actual building, which I thought makes a really cool standalone building as well. And so this one that features an awning that you can actually leave off if you don't want it there, or you can put it on at whatever height you want if you want to build that on. And so this is just an example of what's to come. I still have to create packaging, instructions, take photos, create labels, and things like that. So it's going to be a little while before this one hits the website, but just to kind of give you a preview, since you stuck around, you can see what's up and coming. Alright, that's it for now. We'll see you next time.